Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I want to talk about cholestasis of pregnancy. And I just want to bring awareness to this because I noticed not a lot of videos are out there talking about this. Basically, when I was pregnant, I got diagnosed with cholestasis of pregnancy. And to run it down and make it short, what it is it causes for you to be itchy. It's not harmful for the mother, but it could be harmful to the baby. What else it could cause? These are not the common causes for the mother. Is dark urine, lack of appetite, tiredness, and those kind of things. But the most common one is itchiness. Like I said, that's the most important one. But it could be harmful to your baby. It could cause stillbirth, premature birth, and it could cause stress in your baby. I just want to share my experience, how I went through it and everything was, so I could bring awareness to people and to pregnant mothers that think there's something wrong. Because if you have these signs, you have to go to your doctor. I'm just telling you right now, you have to go and diagnose it, because not a lot of people are gonna know about it and they're gonna want to brush you off, but don't let that happen. The way I was diagnosed was, I was around my third trimester, which is when it usually happens. It happens in your third trimester. I was around 28, 29 weeks. And just one day, out of nowhere, I started getting itchy. So itchy. And I told my baby's father, I'm like, I'm getting so itchy. I don't know what's wrong with me. And he told me, oh, it's nothing. It's in your head. Brush it off. Like, don't worry about it. It's no big deal. So, I brushed it off like he told me. I'm like, maybe it isn't that important. Maybe it's just something small. Maybe I'm just overthinking it. And then a couple of days passed by. It was 2 days. And it started getting worse. And that week, I had an appointment. And I went into the appointment, but I didn't see my regular doctor because my regular doctor was delayed in her schedule. So when that happens, another doctor helps her out. When I went in to talk to that doctor, she told me, I told her exactly what was going on, that I was itchy and it started getting worse. But that was just the beginning of what I was going through. And she told me, oh, it's nothing, just brush it off. Like, she didn't even acknowledge if there was a problem. Like, she was just like, oh no, there's nothing. And let me tell you, when I was pregnant, I was a teen mom. And I felt embarrassed speaking up to a doctor because she's basically, I guess, bigger than me in a bigger field, and she's an adult. And I didn't want to speak up because I was embarrassed, and I didn't want her to just be plain rude to me, because not a lot of people are kind to teen moms. I'm gonna be honest with you. So I didn't speak up. And you should always speak up, no matter what age you are. Always speak up, because if there's a problem, you're not gonna let that problem happen. You have to speak up because it's not about you no more, it's about the baby. And that's just one thing I regret. So then that whole week passed by again. I didn't have an appointment till next week. That's when everything started getting worse. Like, everything just went downhill. I started getting itchy so bad that I will make myself bleed, and I'm not even exaggerating. It came to the point that I will fill up a bucket of water, put cold water in there with ice, dip my whole legs in there so I could numb my legs, because that's how bad it was. And it was so itchy that it became painful. That's how bad it became. After it became that worse, I went to sleep. I stopped sleeping. I would just stay up the whole night, and it would get me, I would be like so pissed off, because I'm just there like, why is this happening to me? Since it happens 1 out of 1,000 pregnancies, there you go. And I was that one person. So I would just be there like, why is this happening to me? Like, why? And I would just be so upset because I would see my baby's father sleeping next to me, sleeping so fine. I'm not trying to make it seem like he wasn't caring. Like, he was caring, but obviously he had to sleep because he would go to work. And I would get so upset seeing him sleep, and I just couldn't get an hour's sleep. It was just so upsetting to me. So then that whole week passed by, and it was like 2 days before I had my appointment, and I had called my mom. I told her everything. I'm like, this is happening to me and I feel like something's wrong. And she's like, go to your doctor. So I decided to just wait 2 more days since I had a doctor's appointment already. So there was no point in me trying to make an appointment because it's hard to make an appointment. To be honest, in the hospital I go to, there be appointments at times till like a month later. And I'm just like, no, I'm not doing that. Basically, that whole week, I did not get no sleep. I honestly looked so drained and it looked like my life came out of my body. Like, I swear, like, it's just like something just sucked out my soul. Like, that's how I honestly look, and I'm not trying to like exaggerate. I just look so dead. I went in, and this time I saw my regular doctor. God bless that woman. Honestly, she is such a sweetheart. She is a sweetheart, and I thank God like I had her as my primary doctor. And I went in there and I told her, listen, something is wrong and I don't know what's wrong. And I told her the same things that was happening that I told you guys to her. And she's like, and she responded with, okay, something does look wrong. Just go to the waiting room and I'll call you back in and tell you what's going on. 10 minutes passed by and she calls me back in. And she brings me in and tells me, I think you have something called cholestasis of pregnancy. And I'm like, what? And everything I explained to you guys is what she explained to me. And she's like, to confirm you have it, we're going to do some further testing. And we're going to test your bile acids. And the normal range for your bile acids to be is a 6. And I had to wait till they gave me a call to see if I had cholestasis. She explained to me what was going to happen if I had it. And I'll tell you guys that later on. So I went back home and I just felt so helpless. I just couldn't do nothing. There was nothing for you to do. You just had to go through it. Mind you, I was already 29. I was like 31 weeks at that moment. And I was just so frustrated. And I'm just there exhausted. And honestly, you do feel helpless. And there's nothing no one could do for you. And just know, if you're really going through this, like, you're gonna get through it and everything's gonna be fine. And just keep on checking on your baby. So the doctor told me she was gonna call me, and she called me 3 days later. And she told me about one result and she said that one's fine. And then a week passed by and she called me again. And she's like, listen, you have to come in to the doctor. And she gave me an appointment, I think the next day. Because a week had already passed by. So I think it was... So I don't think she gave me an appointment. I think it was just my regular checkup. And I go in and she tells me, you are diagnosed with cholestasis of pregnancy. Your bile acids range was a 120. So mind you, the regular bile acids is supposed to be a 6 and mine were a 120. And I felt relief because I knew I was not going crazy, because it came to a point that I thought maybe it's in my head, maybe something's wrong with me. And the way like the other doctor had brushed it off, like I felt like maybe it is me. And since it's common to get itchiness when it comes to your pregnancy, but if you're constantly scratching yourself, like, just go to the doctor, because it might be something else and your doctor might be telling you it's not. And just insist, because we don't want nothing to happen to nobody, to no babies. We want everything to be fine. So she explained to me that I was gonna need to go in for a non-stress test for the baby. And basically I will go in 3 times a week to see if everything is fine. She also explained to me that there's no cure to this. The only cure is giving birth. And once I heard that, like, my whole mood dropped even more. And the only medication I was able to take was Benadryl that the doctor prescribed to me. The only problem was, from here on that day to the rest of my pregnancy, honestly, I don't remember nothing. It all was a flash. I don't even remember eating, TMI, I don't even remember showering. Like, I don't know what happened. Honestly, I don't know if I even ate. Like, that's how bad it was. I honestly was miserable, and I would never wish that upon nobody, because I don't remember nothing. It was just all a flash. Since the Benadryl they gave me, it will knock you out. You know, Benadryl, it makes you sleepy and drowsy. So that's how the pill made me be. The pill would make me knock out for 6 hours, and then when I wake up, as soon as I woke up, I will need to take it again, because you'll need to take it every 6 hours. So basically, all I did was sleep. But I thank God I got the Benadryl, because that's the only thing that made me sleep. Yes, I will still be itchy. Yes, I'll still wake up. But it came to a point it made me so drowsy, I would just pass out. And I just wish I could remember like everything I did on my last trimester, but I honestly can't. So I will go in 3 times a week to take the non-stress test for my baby to see if she's fine. Also, thing with cholestasis, I'm not 100% sure about this. I know I read this somewhere. Basically, your baby is gonna be bigger. When she grows, she's just gonna be big overall. And that's how Emily honestly is. Like, she does not look 2. She looks bigger than 2, but she's 2. Okay, like I was saying, I would go in and, you know, I would just sit there for, I think it was an hour to see if everything's fine, and then I'll go home. And that's what I did for the past weeks. So then came one day, I went to my appointment. I believe I went in with my baby father, and the doctor, and I went to take the test, and everything was fine. But then the doctor wanted to talk to us. So you know, we went. So we went into a room with the doctor and a nurse, and the doctor just tells me, "Oh, you're gonna get induced today." And I was shocked. I'm like, "What?" Okay. And I went with it because, you know, I was miserable and I wanted to be fine. I wanted to feel like myself again. So the doctor was telling me, "You're gonna get induced today. Either you go home and pack your things and come back, or you get induced right now." And like I said, since I was already desperate, I'm like, right now is fine. So I went in, and that day I got induced, and everything happened. You know, I'm saving all of that for another video. But point is, as soon as I gave birth, I was not itchy at all. It went away right away. And maybe it's not like, and it could not be like that for you, but for me it was. Like, it just automatically went away as soon as I gave birth. It felt like nothing happened. I was finally able to sleep fine, and it felt amazing. Like, just, I don't want to cry because like it's honestly like such emotional to go through that, because you're honestly so helpless and you can't do nothing, and all you're on top of that, you're stressed. If something's gonna happen to my baby, I hope nothing happens to her, and you're just always on top of her. But it's hard to be on top of her when you're just going through things like that, because it's just hard. And to any mother that's going through it, just know you're gonna get through it. Everything's gonna be fine. When you see your baby, you're gonna be the happiest person, and you're gonna forget about the whole experience. Because honestly, this is my first time ever talking about this, because once Emily was born, I totally forgot about it. And that's the end of this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more content, and stay tuned for my labor and delivery story, because let me tell you, that's another thing that was traumatizing to me. And to any mother or any pregnant person, if you're itchy and you start constantly itching, don't rub it off. Go and talk to your doctor. Tell them it could be cholestasis of pregnancy. It doesn't matter if they think you're crazy. We just don't want nothing to happen to the babies. We want every baby to be born fine and healthy. And whoever is going through this, all my prayers go to you. And you're gonna get through this. As soon as your baby is born, you're gonna be the happiest person alive. And that's it. Bye, guys.